Hello and welcome to Maths by SAS. This is my fifth lesson of D3, chapter number 5, exercise 3B, that is about solving simultaneous linear inequalities. Students, in this lesson, we will be discussing question number 15, and let's read the question from the book. Question 15 says, find the integer values of x which satisfies the following inequalities. 3x minus 5 is less than 26 and 26 is less than equal to 4x minus 6. Here it's important to understand that what are the integers. Integers are the numbers with positive natural numbers, negative natural numbers along with 0. So it means when we will be solving these inequalities, the solution of these inequalities can be either a positive number or a negative number or 0. So let's move to the solution of the question. And first of all, we have to break up the inequality in two parts. Okay, as they are the simultaneous inequalities. So what we have to do is 3x minus 5 is less than 26 and 26 is less than equal to 4x minus 6. Now what we have to do in order to solve the inequality, I have to shift the constant to other side, and do not forget the role of the solution of simple linear equations and inequalities, that whenever we are shifting any term from one side to another side, we have to change the sign of that if that is in the addition form. So it will take the form 3x is less than 26 plus 5, 3x is less than 31 and x is less than 31 by 3, and 31 by 3 can be written as x is less than 10 whole 1 by 3. 10 3 is a 30 and 1 31. And now what we have to do, we have to shift this 6 to other side. 26 plus 6 is less than equal to 4x, and 6 and 6 is 12. 32 is less than 4x. And now what we have to do, divide this 4 to other side, and 32 divided by 4 is less than equal to x, and this is 8 is less than equal to x. So what we have to do, we have to first write the joint solution of these inequalities, that x is greater than equal to 8 but less than equal to 10 whole 1 by 3. So the integer values of x which are satisfying, here I just have less than situation. So x will be equal to 8, 9 and 10. I hope you are clear that how we are deciding the integer values. Moving to the next part, that is 3x plus 2 is less than 19 is less than 5x minus 4. So what we have to do, first of all, break the inequality in two parts. Break this expression in two parts. 3x plus 2 is less than 19 and 19 is less than 5x minus 4, and this is 3x is less than 19 minus 2, 3x is less than 17, x is less than 17 by 3, and 17 by 3 is 3 5s are 15. I'm left with 2, 5 whole 2 by 3. X is less than 5 whole 2 by 3, and first of all shift 4 to other side. 19 plus 4 is less than 5x. 19 and 1 20, 23. 23 is less than 5x, and 23 by 5 is less than x. 23 by 5, 5 4s are 20, 4 whole 3 by 5, 5 4s are 20, and 4 whole 3 by 5 is less than x. So in both cases we are getting the solution x less than and x, here x is greater than, so x is greater than 4 whole 3 by 5 but less than 5 whole 2 by 3. So you can see 3 by 5 is 0.6, 3 divided by 5 is 0.6, and here again, so it means we need the values of x which are more than 4.6 but less than 5 whole, this is 2 by 3, 5 whole 2 by 3 is okay. 2 by 3 is again 0.6. Now as we need the integer values of x, so the integer values of x which are greater than 4.6 but less than 5.6, so that will be only x equals to 5. I hope you are clear about this part. Let's move to the next part, that is minus 4 is less than minus 7, minus 3x is less than 2. Okay students, this is the common mistake that most of the students take the first value with the first part of the inequality and the second value with the second part of the inequality. That is incorrect. This actually is complete expression. So when you will be breaking and you are breaking this inequality, you have to write it completely, and 7 minus 3x is less than equal to 2. And now in order to solve this inequality, what we have to do, we have to shift a constant to other side is less than equal to minus 3x, minus 11 is less than equal to minus 3x. And now this is really important step that we have to understand, that we have to shift minus 3 to other side, minus 11 by minus 3. I do not have to forget to reverse the direction of inequality, and 11 by 3, 11 divided by 3, 3 3s are 9, and 2, 3 whole 2 by 3, x less than equal to 3 whole 2 by 3, 3 3s are 9 and 2 11. And moving to the second part, this says that minus 3x is less than equal to 2 minus 7, minus 3x is less than equal to minus 5, and x is greater than equal to minus 5 by minus 3, 5 by 3, 3 1s are 3 and 2, that is 1 whole 2 by 3. X is 1 whole greater than equal to 1 whole 2 by 3. So first of all we have to write down the joint answer. X is greater than equal to 1 whole 2 by 3, 1 whole 2 by 3, but less than equal to 3 whole, 3 3s are 9 and 2 11. Yes, 3 whole 2 by 3. Now children, 1 whole 2 by 3 is 1.6. So the integer value of x, which is very next and closer to 1 whole 2 by 3 or 1.6, is 2. And then we need the values which are less than equal to 3.6. So 2 and 3 are the required integers. Okay, let's move to the next part of the question, that is minus 10 is less than equal to 7 minus 2x is less than minus 1. So first of all, again, break the given expression in two parts and form two simultaneous inequalities, and the question will take the form minus 10 is less than 7 minus 2x and 7 minus 2x is less than equal to minus 1. And now what we have to do is that we have to shift 7 to other side is less than minus 2x, minus 17 is greater than minus 2x. And now what we have to do, we have to shift this minus 2 to other side, and it will take the form minus 17 by minus 2 is greater than x, and x is less than 17 by 2 or 8 whole 1 by 2. 8 to the 16 and 1 17. And then I have to move to the second part of the question, that is minus 2x is less than equal to minus 1 minus 7, minus 2x is less than equal to minus 8, and again, when I will be shifting this minus 2 to other side, what changes will be coming in the question? That I have to reverse the direction, minus 8 by minus 2, and x is greater than equal to 4. So first of all, let's write the joint answer, that x is greater than equal to 4 but less than 8 whole 1 by 2. So the integer values of x which satisfies the given inequality are, because on this side we need the values of x which are greater than and equal to, so 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, because we need the values of x which are less than 8.5. I hope you are really clear about these all questions, and let's move to the next question, and let's read the question from the book. Question 16 says that given that x lies between 0 and 7 and y lies between 1 and 5, we have to find the greatest possible value of x plus y, least value of x minus y, largest value of the product, smallest value of x over y, and least and greatest value of a square. Least and greatest value of a square. So let's move to the solution of this question, and let's discuss each part one by one. So first of all, we have to see that the given question is in form of the ranges given. So first of all, let's write down the values of x. So values of x, or x can take the values, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7, and y can take the values 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. Now I need greatest value of x plus y, so as both the ranges are positive, so for the greatest answer we have to pick up the greatest numbers of x and y. So the greatest value of x and y is, x is 7 and y is 5. So the largest or the greatest value of x plus y is 12. Coming to the second part, that is the least or smallest. Least means the smallest value. So we know that we have to find the smallest, and with negative number the largest answer will be giving me the smallest answer. So for that purpose, what we have to do is that for the least value of x minus y, which numbers I have to pick up, that from x value I have to pick up 0, and for y value I have to pick up 5, and this will become minus 5 is the least value. And then moving to the next part, that is the greatest value of product. Greatest value of product, or xy, as both the variables are having positive answers, so we have to pick up the largest answers for the largest product. So the largest value of x is 7 and largest value of y is 5, so the largest product is 35. Coming to the next part, that is the smallest value of the fraction x over y. Now this is the important point that we have to understand, that what can be the smallest value of x over y, as the ranges are containing 0 value as well, so, and the value of fraction will become least. There are two important things over here to discuss, that the fraction will become least when the denominator will be largest and numerator will have to be the smallest one. Here, as one of the value of x is 0, so 0 by 5 or 0 will be the smallest value, and the least and the greatest value of x square. Least and greatest value of x square. So the least value of x is 0, so the least value of x square is again 0 square, which will be equal to 0. and the greatest value of x is 7. So when I'll take the square of this, value of x square is 7 square, which is equal to 49. I hope we are really clear about today's class. For next difficulty level, please catch me in the next class. Watch my lessons, like, share and subscribe the channel, and do not forget to press bell icon to get the notification of every lesson in time. Thank you very much.